now tuned into the greatest. Turn the music up in the headphones.
What is up, YouTube? Mark Kicks coming at you with another video. As my disclaimer in all of the fake versus real, I am not telling people to go buy the fake. Companies ask me to do fake reviews. They must meet my requirements for me to do the fake review. This fake is provided by popkicks.me, I want to say. I do not know anything about, they shipped this shoe to me by DHL, so it got to me in 6 days. I know they're overseas, so I don't know how it's gonna get to you. I don't know how legit it is if you place an order and you'll get it. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get it, but yeah, so I don't really have the info on that. I don't work for the company. You know, they supply me with this, they throw a little something and we're good. So the fake reviews are real, they're all over the place. Sometimes the fakes are really good, sometimes they're just really not, and it kind of just depends on the money you're willing to spend. This shoe, the Beluga 2.0, you'll get a fake that's 150 bucks. It's gonna have some flaws. If you get the fake that's 260 bucks, it's gonna be a better fake. But also, why would you buy the fake if the shoe's only selling for 350, 375? Just spend the extra 80 bucks and don't worry about anything. But let's jump right in it. I know a lot of people just wanna come to the video, see a quick tip, get a tip on what they're about to buy, and it's simple. The first thing obviously is always gonna be just the box structure. It is not the same type of box, not the same type of box quality. This is the fake box and this is the real box. Super crisp, super crisp. So also we go to the box label. This box label just does not have the right font on anything. These letters are not in the same font as they should be. The barcode looks kind of thin and not a lot of bold strikes, and the UPC code, you'll see the numbers are too stretched out on it. There's that. And then on the real, see the difference in font, and then the barcode has more bold strikes and the UPC code is smaller and more packed together. The box code is super easy. That'll strike out 80% of the fakes. You'll be able to look at the box code and be like, okay, just use common sense on that one. But if we go to the shoe, oh yeah, popkicks.me. Okay, so I'll take out both left shoes on the fake and real. The first thing we notice is just, you know, they're kind of the same. They look the same. Obviously the designs are always better, but on the fake, the first thing you'll always look for is just the quality of the shoe. The fakes tend to have a lot more glue stains around the part where it connects to the cloth. That is a big indicator. Adidas has gotten really good, so they don't make that, it's not too many flaws on the shoe. So yeah, there's that. And then yeah, on the real, there's not many flaws, so you'll be able to tell. Another thing we go to is the back tab, the stitching on the back tab on the Adidas pair. So we go to the stitching on the back tab. There's always fine stitching around this area and you'll be able to see all the stitches. On this shoe, you see the stitches? Barely, not even close. So that is something to look for. If you can't see it, like just looking at it right here, can't see all of them, then you have a problem. That is not a good look. Size tag, I will include still images of both size tags. You'll notice on the fake where it says Adidas and it has that box, kind of the scan box that you could, just a little barcode scan thingy thing. It's horrible. There's not dots everywhere. It's not packed together. It's like a scattered plot, you know? And this one is just kind of solid. and the real you'll see is just a lot more solid. Next we go to the stripe. The stripe of the real, here's the thing. This is an Adidas pair, and you see it has this like clothing, this cloth dot coming through the stripe that is not supposed to be there, but Adidas can't be perfect, so we'll leave it. But on the fake, you'll see the stripe goes all the way down to the front on the fake. On the real, it stops a lot farther back. Yeah, so you see the extra space on the fake. Yeah, so it goes all the way down. That is also something that is obviously not right. This is a thing I don't like to use, but sometimes it's really obvious. You'll see on the real pair, the tab is much further down. This tab, it's like close, it's very close to the inner lining, and it is pretty much on top of this stripe. This tab, it's pretty much a full stripe in between. So, and it's pointed more down, more toward the ground. So that's something to look for. That's the real. And then this fake is really close. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of the Boost comparison anymore, only because Boost has become a material that is not really that hard to get. We're seeing a lot of fake companies are either manufacturing their own Boost, buying the Boost. So I don't like to use the Boost comparison anymore. It's just kind of all over the place, and it sometimes like means you have to actually have both pairs in hand and be able to feel, but not a lot of people when buying a Yeezy have both pairs at hand. So, you know, it's kind of hard to look for. I think the main thing when looking at fakes is just the overall quality, the stitching quality. There shouldn't be too many flaws on the real shoe. The fake is always gonna have more things wrong with it. Just the problem with this whole shoe and the whole fake of the Beluga 2.0 is that they made so many real pairs. The real pairs aren't selling for that much. They're selling for, what is it, 150 over retail. So they're not selling for that much. And if you're gonna buy a fake, you pretty much, the only way to get your really money's worth is to have to buy a $150 pair of fake, and then you're gonna have a lot of flaws and people are gonna notice. But if you don't care about people noticing, then that's on you, dog. I can't tell you not. I don't fuck with fakes. I think that's pretty weird. So yeah, I mean, if you have any like simple questions, just comment or say anything, whatever. But I'm not doing legit checks at this point. I used to do legit checks on my Instagram DMs, but obviously we're past the point where everybody should pretty much know where to what to look for and all that type of stuff. Or in all the videos you can pretty much tell what you need to tell. And so yeah, I always run into, what do I do with all these fakes? Like I still have the zebra fake up here, and I have this fake. I never know what to do, and I know a lot of people say give them to the homeless, but or give them to because I don't really like giving them, say I give them to a kid and the kid be super pumped, like I have a pair of Yeezys, but then me in the back of my head knows they're fake. Like some kids, obviously most kids wouldn't mind, but it's just something I just don't feel right doing. And also giving to the homeless, like you don't want to have the homeless man walking around with these on his feet, and from a distance, or people that actually rob people would not be like, hey, I think those are fake, I'm gonna let them keep walking. They'll be like, all right buddy, you gonna have to give them up. So obviously I'm not gonna put somebody in the position to get robbed over a fake pair of shoes. So, you know, if you're gonna give a shoe to the homeless, you could just go literally to the freaking mall and buy any pair of just a plain black shoe, something comfortable, whatever, and give them to the homeless if that's really what you're gonna do. But I don't feel right giving a fake shoe to a kid and them being happy and not knowing they're fake, or give them a fake shoe to a homeless man and they possibly could get robbed for them. So it's always a dilemma. At the end of the day, probably just throw them away, and that's just kind of, you call it a day. Or Goodwill. I mean, some people just really don't care, so maybe just Goodwill. But yeah, just let me know what you would do if you had the fakes in your hand. But yeah, Mark Hicks, we coming with more videos. The blue tint Yeezy is on the way. You know I will have a blue tint fake versus real. The blue tint is my favorite colorway, so stay tuned, hit the bell to be notified, and bless up, stay away from the fakes. Brr.